was
Let's
that.
say it's Detective Carpenter because he was the
So
lead
Detective
point.
Carpenter most likely would have left something in regard, if there was service of a search warrant, whatever he returns to the clerk of court, maybe with a property inventory, maybe with something like that, he would have returned to the report. Sorry, returned the search warrant to the clerk of court. Would he leave a full-blown statement of what was all, I took 3 steps and then I did this and then I did that? Probably not. So that's where I think you and I, we're respecting each other's opinions, and I do respect that, and I do see the need that there should be documentation of it. Could this have been a human error? Yes. Could it?
I agree it could be an error.
Could it, but again, I don't know what was. I will again look for, maybe there was an inventory, maybe the return of the search warrant had something on it. I don't know because I didn't look any further because you didn't push it. And again, I will look at these, the 911s or the 2 out of 3 911s, if there was an identity, and then everything that we've given you is to unredacted, absent of the juvenile name. Because that one I will continue to redact.
And I'm not interested in that.
Right.
The statements that you've implied and made during the 911 calls was that the reason that this information on the 911 call list was redacted was because of some sort of identity issues.
And we would.
Well, the thing is that the last time I was here, I pushed it as far as I could, and you did whatever you could, and I respect that effort and the professionalism. I knew I had to wait until I went to court and have a judge make a ruling to the city attorney, etc. You are now going to release it. And that's where we sit right now.
Okay.
And last but not least, I have always argued about the validity of the security camera DVD. Okay? The issue of the one that I've received, the one that was shown in court.
Oh, this is a McDonald's footage.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I have always questioned the
integrity
and the validity and the quality of that security camera, because I know it's been edited. And I've raised that issue again in court on June 20th with Judge Carter.
Of this year?
Yes.
Okay.
That security camera that was submitted into court and the one copy that I received is edited. I requested to the judge that the police department produce the original DVD that was burned by manager Joe Peters, and I will put that into my own laptop and I'll make my direct copy. Or you put that original in a computer and you show me the original copy, what's on it, and I'll take a video of that.
Do you just want me to give you the original?
That would be fine.
But I mean, you can pay for it.
Right.
Okay.
But I want the original DVD that was given to Officer Kerrigan and put into evidence, and it was marked XYZ123. That's what I raised the issues again, because I know that the copy that I saw in court, as well as the copy that I have, is edited. And I pushed that issue again. So that is pretty much what I'm looking for. And I spoke to Miles Eastman just a few minutes ago before I came over here, and pretty much went around the block about who's going to release it and who's responsible for it. He openly states that you guys have your own initiative and your own ability to decide for yourself what is and isn't released. Now, I know that's not true. I know that you will call him and he will give you the direction and you will follow it. I know that for a fact. That's why I can.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm glad you're identifying that, because you know I got it.
You can't do anything unless you clear it with XYZ. And I know where XYZ is. Okay. And I brought that up in court. It's Miles, it's the city attorney's department that calls the shots. Captain Baumann, Captain Ronald Ramus follows directions. They only can do.
And the court said that I can use a balancing test. And the balancing test that I would use off of your case specifically, and not speaking in generalities to you, would be, is the identity of the juvenile an issue? And I personally, nor does this agency, have redaction software, especially, or I should say moreover, redaction software on a program that we don't house.
Mhm.
So since that's a McDonald's DVD, or McDonald's, and I'm gonna call it proprietary, because I'm just gonna use it as, and I would say that even though our Panasonic arbitrator system that we're currently using is not proprietary, I'm gonna say it's proprietary to the.
But it is, to an
You know,
extent it
right.
is. If you own it, you
Right.
have
So
control
I
of it.
don't have redaction software for our arbitrator. So I don't know how I would have to personally watch through that. And I would even watch it with you, Gary, if you knew what specifically you wanted. And then if you said, this is what I want, I would say, okay, I have no problem with that. That would be my only balancing test.
Okay.
That I would use specifically for the DVD. But if there's no audio and everything else has been redacted with the girls' or the juvenile's information, I guess I wouldn't have a problem with you doing anything. I don't know who would have edited that security footage because we don't have software. I already looked into redaction software because it got brought up in open records training that I had. I give it to you,
Right.
I should be redacting that because you're not the media, you're just Joe Citizen.
Correct.
Now, I should sit back and go, well, how do I can just say, well, Joe Citizen, I'm sorry, I can't release that because I don't have, I'm using my balancing test. There's no public interest to see, Becky Citizen naked on camera. So Joe Citizen, I'm denying your request. I'm gonna respect her privacy, criminal or not, whatever, defendant or not. There's no public interest, and the courts are gonna go, hey, Captain Baumann was right. He used the proper balancing test. There is no out there because guess what? The open media has it already out there, and they're using their own redaction software. I don't think the taxpayers, unless the taxpayers say, no, you should be releasing that, well, then they're gonna have to spend how many hundreds or tens of thousands of dollars so we can have proper redaction software that's gonna not only be compliant with arbitrator, but everybody else's proprietary system out there. How do I
Correct.
put that black dot over something?
Well,
So that's this I'll look,
okay.
this I'll look up.
Okay.
This, we've arm wrestled, and we're gonna come to a handshake.
Yes, we are.
And I respect you, you respect me.
That's correct.
And we're gonna walk away as this is a tie. And I put it this way, by your defining, by the way that you presented this to me,
Sure.
I would say, and not addressing anything else,
Sure. Just that issue.
I would say, yes, you're right, there should be something left on it. If they didn't, that's on whoever the boss was in 2014, which was. But I mean, it should,
Correct.
there should be something. So I agree with you, but if it's not there, we are human beings.
Correct.
I burn the original for you, are you gonna be satisfied?
No.
Or what if I bring out my own laptop and we watch it?
Yes.
We can go in that little room over there. You can bring up your everything out here. And we look at it,
Yes.
and then you tell me, okay, and then I can make a copy of that.
That would satisfy me.
Okay,
That would satisfy me deeply if you brought out the original and said, okay, we'll put it in your machine.
you'd understand.
The best way to answer that question, Mr. Baumann, is that you bring out the original, you let me look at it for at least 30 seconds, visually see it, touch it, feel it, know that it is the original, et cetera, et cetera. Then we can watch it on your machine, and I'll just videotape it from there.
Yeah.
That would satisfy me. And then,
Department, and I understand that you're, unfortunately, in this situation, a criminal defendant, but you're not all the criminal defendants.
Correct.
You know, and actually, I want to even go, I should retract that statement. You're not a criminal defendant, this is a civil forfeiture. So you wouldn't even, there's really nothing of consequence other than the monetary punitive citation.
and as I,
Yeah, crap.
And as I had stated, I had already been arrested, and I already spent 2 days in jail.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, I've already paid my debt
Right.
for something that I didn't do.
Right.
And the judge, Jankowski, he doubled down on the penalty and said, you'll spend another 2 days in jail and another $300 fine, and took whatever the situation is and said, I'm 100% responsible for causing Sean Calderon to attack me, because in Sean Calderon's mind, he sees nude children inside McDonald's and states that I'm videotaping this 3-year-old girl. He states it on his police report as well as his 911 call. He sees child pornography. Some of the things that most of the people here don't understand is if you really want to offend a father and a grandfather, pull that on them.
Oh, I got you.
Okay? I don't care if you want to say I was disorderly and maybe I yelled, screamed, or maybe I spit on you. You're barking up a tree that I'm not going to go there.
Nope, I
Okay.
can see there's a lot of personal pride in this too, because you don't, I've seen you get upset, and I've seen you get pissed off, and but this one is clearly pulled an emotional string on you that I agree with.
There's a line.
Mhm.
Okay? And that is what I've been fighting for, is not the $50 fine or a day in jail.
Mhm.
Carpenter, he attacked me when he arrested me with fine.
Mhm.
His attitude, his professionalism, his mannerisms, how he attacked me was straight up, you're guilty of child pornography, child pedophile, etc., etc. I fought that.